I don't think I'd be Oscar the Grouch. I'm not, I'm not grouchy.
Right off the bat.
Hello, I'm Father Anthony Yates. So glad to be here and to be learning more about the St. Joseph Parish and St. John the Beloved Parish. I'm one of 4 siblings. I have a brother and 2 sisters. My siblings are married, and I have 2 nephews and a niece. So I went to go watch my nephew play baseball the other day, and his team was doing great. He was 7-0, they said. And then I went to go watch him, and they lost. So my brother told me not to come back again. Well, here comes my associate pastor.
Pastor Jack.
Pastor Jack.
Good to see
You
you.
as well. Thank you. Thank you. It must be, I don't know, it's raining out. Maybe he's swimming upstream or something.
I was swimming, really. My car turned into a boat.
Oh, boy. Everybody likes to know where you went to high school, so we should start with that. So I grew up in North St. Louis County, Spanish Lake. I remember when I was growing up, we never really came south past like St. Charles Rock Road, 270 and St. Charles Rock Road. So moving out to West County, where my parents, my mom and stepdad live currently, that was a new world for me. So I went to Our Lady of Loretto grade school in Spanish Lake, went to Catholic grade school and then public high school. Went 2 years in Spanish Lake at Hazelwood East. And then my family moved to West St. Louis County, and I went to Marquette High School, where I graduated there. So my home parish is Holy Infant in Baldwin. Well, I went to Lindenwood University in St. Charles and studied business administration, so a general business degree. So it really helps now running a parish. God has his plan, he has his path, you know. He takes time to call, and when he knows we're ready. So it was really beautiful. So in high school, I worked for Target. So I like to say that I traded in my red and khaki for black and white. So, 9 years at the Target, as they call it, and went to the seminary in 2005, and did a 5-year plan in seminary with Father Shaughnessy at the time. So at the seminary, I teach the Deacon Practicum class. It's the class for men who are in 3rd theology, who will be ordained transitional deacons in the spring. And I teach them all the practical things, how to do baptisms and weddings and funerals and exposition and benediction. So we're going to have an intern with us. You guys are used to interns, so I'm looking forward to having him join us. I like action movies, actually. I like Mission Impossible series or the Bourne series. I like those kind of movies, believe it or not. The toothpaste question, I tell you. Well, I use that natural Tom's of Maine. So it's not that crust blue stuff or whatever, you know. So it's the whitening or whatever they call it. So I don't know. You know, I like to eat clean and healthy. Some people say, what's your favorite food? You know, I'll eat a lot of foods, but I try to eat clean, I call it, a Mediterranean diet. But I don't mind a good pizza or burger here or there too, so don't worry, you know. I enjoying food as well. My favorite saint probably right now has been St. Therese of Lisieux, you know. I really enjoy her simplicity and her littleness, and I love spending time at the Carmelite Monastery. Her little way is something that really speaks to me, and I tell people that a lot. It's a lot of my advice and confessional, honestly. Just be small, be humble. Just to see the devotion of people come to confession, it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, just have those times available for people, make myself available. That's something only I can do, is a blessing for sure. I'm more of a crunchy, salty guy. Okay. So I don't mind a dessert once in a while, but my go-to is crunchy, salty. So pretzels, peanuts, chips, salsa, guacamole, that kind of stuff. My confirmation says St. Michael the Archangel. Why did you choose that? You know, I honestly don't remember, but I think it was one of those things where, you know, the Lord put on your heart, you know, who you needed to be, and praying to St. Michael often and asking his protection and guidance from me as a priest has been really, really important. I was able and privileged to do a 30-day Ignatian spiritual exercises retreat and really learned silence, 30 days of silence is just something that is a gift. And most people are like, I can't sit silent for an hour. How am I going to do 30 days? But once you start doing that, it's attractive. It's desirable. And that's what we really need. We need that quietness. And that's my best prayer is quiet silence. There's a little bit about Father Yates, so I'm sure you'll get to know me more and more as we spend time together. I'm going on an Italy pilgrimage in September, so I'm coming, August 1st, but then in a few weeks I'll be leaving to go to Italy, so don't worry, I'm coming back, and I'm actually coming back the night before our parish auction, so if I'm a little jet-lagged on the auction night, it's not because I'm having too much fun, it's because I just flew back from Europe. So I look forward to being with you all at the parish auction that night. So please introduce yourself to me. Remind me of your names. Often I need to hear your name many times, and I like to get to know people by spending time with them. So if you want to have me over to your house for dinner, doing things with you will help me to remember your name. So I look forward to getting to know you and hope you got to know me a little bit as well. So you know how God has called me to be a priest and to be a pastor, to shepherd you. It's really a gift. I mean, you have to receive it as a gift. I was called, and it's one of those things that you don't practice. You can't learn everything in a book. It has to come by being with you, and that's really how I've learned how to be the best shepherd is being with people. Spending time with them at their bedside when they're dying, or like I said, hearing confessions, or talking to them outside of Mass and at your home and getting to know you, spending time with you. That's really the best way I've learned how to be a good shepherd is to be with the sheep. Because that's what Jesus did, right? He walked with them. He taught them. He showed them a way. And, as a young priest, I thought, well, I got this all figured out. I'm going to run right in. I'm going to be able to have it all figured out. But over time, you really learn that you have to just let Jesus lead. And that's been a really important thing for me. So if you ask me questions or things that you want, I might ask you, well, have you talked to Jesus about that? Or I might say, let me pray about that for a minute, because I really want to listen to what God asks so I can make the right decision for our parish. So I think really listening, it goes back to that silence, is so important. So yeah, being the good shepherd, being conformed to Christ is critical, and he's chosen me, and so I really look forward to walking with you as your shepherd.